So I ain't gonna lie to you, I fangirled when I saw Echoes in the opening. I was kind of like, oh my freaking god, Echoes is in the opening. When he was standing behind Koichi, actually really standing in front of him, kind of like taking the shot completely, I was kind of like, oh my god, Echoes is in the opening. I was like, and then the way they used him in the opening was freaking great. I loved it. I was kind of like, wow, he actually incorporated Echoes really freaking damn well. That I actually kind of said to myself, it'd be a complete loss if he wasn't actually in the opening. So it was great how they added him in, but this episode, it was kind of terrifying, I must say. I mean, Hazuma's stand surface was really freaking terrifying, since it's basically a mannequin. Mannequin on its own is terrifying, because, I mean, when you get life-size mannequins, god freaking hell, those things are terrifying. Like, I just don't like the look of them. Like, straight away, I was kind of like, no. When as soon as Josuke opened up that locker and then saw that mannequin standing, I was kind of like, oh, no, I don't like that. Because mannequins always kind of just evoke fear. They always have, for me, evoked fear, because whenever you're playing a horror game, there's always a freaking mannequin somewhere in there. So they're just generally scary. No difference here. So as soon as Josuke touches it, it just mimics his entire body and actually grabs his image completely, and it actually just turns into a copy of Josuke. I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of terrifying. I was like, that's just terrifying. And the way and how it develops as well, and the fact that actually if you look straight in the eye, he actually becomes the puppet master. You become the puppet, so you actually start mimicking the moves he's actually going to do. So he can kill you instantly, like literally he can. In fact, actually in this whole episode, Hazuma is really trying to kill Jotaro. I was like, how can you have beef with Jotaro? He's a freaking coolest character ever, and you have beef with Jotaro. But actually he's like, well, I don't have an outsider coming to the village and basically trying to dig up beef about us. So yeah, and also he can actually stop time for a set amount of seconds. I don't like that either. So I'm gonna go and hunt down Jotaro and kill Jotaro. I was kind of like, you can try. I mean, he's killed Dio, so you're not gonna get very far. I mean, I was standing there going, you do know he's killed Dio. Like, Jotaro has killed Dio. You freaking got no chance. I was like, you're gonna go in there. He's gonna go Ura, and he's gonna walk back out. Like, literally, that's all that's gonna happen. Initially, that's kind of that's not happened. I mean, Josuke actually kind of saved the day and kind of, I mean, it was actually kind of well done how he did it. The bikers who Hazuma actually pissed off before, he actually used them to actually kind of hunt him down and kind of just go on top of Hazuma and kind of stop him. Like kind of stopping Josuke in turn to actually go and stab Jotaro with that pen. I was kind of like, that's kind of clever. I mean, I thought it was going to be some kind of arbitrary other ways to do it, but no, how he did it was freaking damn great. I thought to myself, huh, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, really, that's kind of freaking damn cool. Like, that's one of those moments kind of like, I really like Josuke. He's actually kind of smart. And the one thing to note about this episode as well is really how the development of Koichi and Josuke's like relationship has gone from episode 1 to episode 7, since now they become best bros. Like literally, that scene afterwards inside the school when Josuke actually helped out Koichi, I was kind of like, this is actually one of those scenes from the end of a movie, like when they just like get up and say, "Oh, thanks for doing that, man. Like, you helped me. I'm a bit of a pickle." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And a fist bump. It felt like one of those scenes that's kind of like, wow. I mean, their friendship does seem kind of believable. It seems like it's developed to a point of really getting to this point. I was kind of like, it's really, really freaking well done. I liked it. I thought, my god. And I mean, the opening scene when you saw that guy gouge his eyes out, I was kind of like, oh, it's like straight away we're in for a treat, I must say. And then from Tamami, we actually find out about Hazuma, kind of this person who's on a stand user within the school, and really he's kind of a weird person. He's not kind of this good person you want to kind of hang out with. Like, he's really not cool. One other thing to note is why did Tamami got knocked the F out as well by Josuke Mach 2, not real Josuke. Like, he got knocked the F out completely. I was kind of like, well, Tamami can't catch a break either. Like, he got knocked the F out. Like, he became this new person, kind of working for a reputable company as well. It's kind of like an accountant kind of dude. That's kind of like he's got up in the world. Like, he's gone from the point of last episode being this asshole which should go and get Ura in the face to, yeah, seems pretty cool. I like him. Got like the F out there. I was kind of like, okay. So after that scene when Josuke Mark II really knocked him out, I was kind of like, what actually happened to Tamami? What really did happen to him? You find out actually he's been admitted to hospital at the end. That's kind of like, okay. That onto my prayers. But there's one thing I always will go forward with JoJo Part 4 is the fact of the radio station. The radio station for me is this entity that always kind of like just show fear straight away. I already know as soon as that radio station comes on, something bad's gonna happen. Something really, really fracking bad's gonna happen. Like, someone's gonna die in a very violent way. Lo and behold, in the opening scene, it happened. I was kind of like, oh, kind of like that's not good. I mean, he gouged his eye out as soon as that radio station comes on. I was like, oh, okay, we're in for a treat. Yeah, gouged his eye out. I was kind of like, okay. was like, man, when you find out the reason why he gouged his eye out, because Hazamada actually kind of controlled him, and actually, because I guess he pissed him off because he actually kind of like maybe might have badmouthed his favorite anime or said something against his anime, like had an argument about his anime. I was like, yeah, anime is a really serious business. You do not want to piss him off about that. And he does, and I guess he kind of tries to kill him. I was kind of like, oh my freaking god, so this guy means business. This guy is pretty freaking serious. But I mean, the whole entire time is really trying to get to Jotaro before Hazamada actually does to kill Jotaro, and then I guess Josuke actually really does. He gets there before. I mean, Koichi in this episode was freaking great as well. The fact that actually he really used his stand echoes to his best ability, in the sense he actually used it to actually kind of trick Hazamada, thinking that actually he actually like stabbed him in the eye, stabbed Josuke in the eye, but no, actually he didn't. He was just tricking him, and actually he left at that point, and actually Josuke got up and was completely fine. Even at that scene when they're at like, the train tracks, and then Husband's all like, oh Christ, the train tracks are coming, like the train's coming in, like we're screwed. But no, what happened? Koichi had actually used his stand to actually kind of mimic the sound, so it would actually trick them. I was kind of like, that's actually kind of smart. I was like, I like Koichi. He's developed beyond the point of this character, which I thought at the beginning, I was like, he might become cool one day. He's this kind of shy, timid person who's scared. But no, he's kind of strong character. He's very smart. He knows what he's doing. I freaking damn like it. I thought to myself, good on you, Koichi. I kind of like you. But, I mean, the main thing to note really was no Okayasu. I was kind of like, where the freaking hell is Okayasu? I was like, I need that man back in my life, but he wasn't in it. And then Jotaro really, I guess Jotaro in a way really not doing too much, but again, at least he was in the episode as well. I mean, that was the main thing. He didn't do his yada yada daze, which kind of was like, oh. But he was in the episode. So that was kind of the main thing I liked about it. But overall, what can I say? Hazamada's actual stand surface is actually terrifying, I must say. Probably secondly the most terrifying stand I've seen so far in the whole entirety of JoJo, in a sense. He's really just, when he's staring right in the eye, because when Josuke's all like, I've done it, and then he realizes that actually no, my hand's moving on my own, like, what's it doing? I'm not controlling it. And he realizes, like, but in front of the plain glass, who's that actually standing there? Josuke Mark II. I was kind of like, oh my god, I was like, this is going to get serious, but no, he actually saves the day in the end. But it was actually kind of scary, because it actually can mimic your entire moves, like, in the sense it can look exactly the same as you, and actually then if you stare it right in the eye, it can actually control you completely. You become this puppet. He's a puppet master, you become this puppet. It is generally kind of terrifying. I thought to myself, holy Christ, I was like, this stand's terrifying. I don't like this stand too much. He's actually kind of scary, because literally he was one of the scariest stands I've seen so far. Granted, I think he's actually really freaking good. I didn't like Husband's character a bit too much, because he's kind of like this person who's got severe jealousy towards popular people, and kind of like taking his rage out on Josuke Mark II, like saying, oh, how come all these girls are talking to you? I don't like this whole idea. So he's kind of this person who gets jealousy quite quickly, even to his own stand. But going forward, I'm guessing next episode is going to focus on a girl that we meet briefly in this episode as well, because we meet a girl briefly who's staring at Josuke, kind of saying, oh, he looks pretty hot. So I guess the next episode is going to be the focal point of the episode. Is going to be her. So hopefully it actually kind of turns out to be good, because so far this anime has been so freaking great. So every single damn week, this anime just gets better and better as the weeks go on, and I just love it so much to bits. So yeah, with all that said, I've been the driver. If you leave a like, do leave a like. It does make quite a bit. Leave a sub. Do leave a something quite a bit. But with all that said, I have been the driver, and I will see you later. Bye for now.